Donald Trump is the only president who has created more reasons for impeachment than the Congress knows what to do with. Donald Trump is not being impeached for being identified by federal prosecutors in a criminal case as the person who directed and participated in the crimes that Michael Cohen committed while paying off a porn star to help Donald Trump win the presidency. He's not getting impeached for that. Discussions of the possible impeachment of Donald Trump began on this program in the first year of the Trump presidency because the president was so manifestly incompetent and in obvious public violation of his oath of office repeatedly. Before the end of Donald Trump's first year in office, Ezra Klein wrote an important piece entitled "The Case for Normalizing Impeachment. Impeaching an Unfit President Has Consequences, but Leaving One in Office Could Be Worse." And joining us now is Ezra Klein. He is editor-at-large at Vox and host of the podcast Impeachment Explained. And Ezra, since the first year of the Trump presidency, many of us have been contemplating possible articles of impeachment. Now we have them, and there are only two. Your reaction to today's articles as published by the House Judiciary Committee?
So what Pelosi is doing, what the House Judiciary Committee are doing, is keeping this pretty narrow. And I don't think politically it's a bad move. You mentioned that article I wrote in 2017, The Case for Normalizing Impeachment. The argument there was that impeachment can be a remedy for an executive who is not fit to carry out the duties of office, right? You have the 25th Amendment, which is for incapacitation. But when you have somebody writing and composing bizarre tweets early in the morning about getting into a nuclear war with North Korea, at some point you have to wonder, maybe we should fire the crazy guy in charge. I want to be very clear that is not what House Democrats are doing. They did not listen to people like me who suggested that possibly this kind of behavior was impeachable. And I'm not saying, by the way, politically they should have. Very clearly, the polling was not there for that. But this is not normalized impeachment. This is impeachment for literally exactly what the founders imagined impeachment would be for. There were debates at the Constitutional Convention about why we needed impeachment. Some said we didn't need anything like that. And the argument for it, or the one that carried the day at the very least, was if you didn't have it, then presidents could use all the powers of their office to do anything they needed to do to get reelected. What Donald Trump is doing is exactly why the founders created this power in the first place. To not exercise it would be a breach of constitutional authority.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.